look, part of a great old guy without a cup story is the guy who comes over at the deadline from a hopeless team, a hopeless situation.
You've got your old guy without a cup rankings, which are always amazing. Your top 10 there: Marcus Foligno, Jared Spurgeon, John Tavares, Matt Duchene, Jamie Benn. Top 5: Matt Zuccarello, Ryan Suter, Claude Giroux, Brock Nelson, and number 1, Brent Burns. I think that we can all agree on Burns number 1. Why Brock Nelson so high? Is it because he looks the oldest?
Yes, he's only 33, which is just the cutoff for old guy without a cup status, but he looks 58. I mean, you remember his like Four Nations photos, and you're looking at him like, did somebody send their dad to do this? Like, he's got the grizzled veteran. And the other piece of it is, look, part of a great old guy without a cup story is the guy who comes over at the deadline from a hopeless team, a hopeless situation. I mean, I'm not trying to go too hard on Islander fans here, but a situation where the cup wasn't going to happen, and you get airlifted onto that team that maybe has already won. Maybe they've got some guys with that experience. We saw it with Ray Bourque. That's the greatest Ogwak story in history, right? Is the Ray Bourque Cup. Sure enough, Colorado Avalanche were the team there. So you get to maybe we can relive that a little bit here. But Brock Nelson, I tend not to get the 33-year-olds that high. But that guy looks older than me, and I do not mean that as a compliment.
Okay, so I'll follow up then on the 33-year-old thing, because when this dropped, Pete was kind of quizzing us and having us guess where guys would be, and I wasn't sure if this person was of age, and they're not. They're 32, but say Ryan Nugent-Hopkins were a year older, or say the unthinkable happens and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins turns 33 without winning a cup this spring. Where would you put someone like that?
Yeah, that'd be a good one, because that's the other side of the guy getting traded at the deadline, is the guy who's been there forever and has seen all the ups and downs. And Lord knows the Edmonton Oilers, they pack a century of ups and downs into a decade. So him being there, being the number 1 pick, and geez, if he's 33, is he going to be 15 seasons in the league? Or, I mean, it's that doesn't feel right, because man, he's a guy that you just always think is younger than he is. Taylor Hall made the list this year. So, those old Oilers are getting there. And yeah, Nugent-Hopkins would be a classic, because he's been there for the good and the bad and the very, very bad and the agonizing near miss last year. He's kind of covered all the experiences other than getting his name on the cup.
We've discussed this with Taylor Hall too.
Yeah, right.
But like, he is like such a good candidate for, I don't care about that guy's team, but I want him to win.
Mm-hmm. You did talk about like getting airlifted off a bad team and like getting a chance. I was surprised, not on the top 10 list there. The shirt that he's wearing, Jeff Skinner, never played in a playoff game heading into this postseason. Like, how do you weigh the like has been there, has had his failures versus like has never been there? So like this would rock if he got one.
Yeah, I don't know is the answer, because I think this might be completely unprecedented for old guy without a cup historians out there to have a guy who qualifies as an old guy and yet has never played a playoff game. I mean, I don't know if you go back to like the Olli Jokinens, and Jay Bouwmeester maybe would be the other guy who made it very deep into a career without even playing a playoff game. But it's tough. I don't really know how you weigh that. Ideally, you'd like a guy who's come close and just missed, and has all of that background and history. But when there's nothing there at all, I don't know. If Jeff Skinner wins the cup in year 1, is he like now a great clutch player? Do we all look at him and go, man, that's Mr. Playoffs? Guy's 4-0 in playoff series. You can't beat Jeff Skinner. You only hope to contain him by having him play for the Sabres. And then you don't have to worry about the playoffs ever.
No, then he goes back to the Sabres and he's like, guys, I've done my research. I've learned so much. I'm back, baby. And they're like, we already built the scoreboard. We can't afford you anymore. And then he's gone.
Right. We all silly like the mayor.